I think we all know exactly how China is going to disperse of the Hong Kong protesters. It will be a massacre that never happened. Just like the 1989 Tiananmen Square massacre. China still suppresses the truth of this to this day, and because I'm talking about it and voicing support for Hong Kong, my videos will not show up in China. You see, China doesn't believe in freedom, it doesn't believe in civil rights, it doesn't believe in anything except communism. That is why Hacker 4chan, our hero, is coming to save the day, yet again. Operation Hollywood stands with HK. So this is probably another fantastic example of 4D chess, because there's really no way to lose. Let's look here, gentlemen, it's time. Step 1, think of an insufferable celebrity that constantly virtue signals. Step 2, make them out to be a supporter of the Hong Kong protesters by any means possible. If they want their movies to be screened in China, they'll need to deny any support for the citizens of Hong Kong. Step 3, call them out for being cowards, unwilling to support the oppressed citizens of HK. All possible outcomes lead to our win, whether they begrudgingly support them or not. Now this is brilliant. This is absolutely genius. By calling out, like virtue signally, left-wing, insufferable celebrities, for calling them out and saying, oh, this celebrity tweeted, I support Hong Kong, I support the protesters, I stand with the protesters. They will be forced to admit that they're so greedy, that they're actually horrible people, that they don't support basic human rights or human decency. They will be caught between a rock and a hard place, because either they say, no, I disavow this tweet, I never said this, I stand with China, or whatever. If they do that, they prove themselves to be horrible hypocrites who are terrible people, and their movies, well, they'll be able to go to China and, well, that'll be that. They'll still be rich. They chose money. Or they say, you know what, I didn't tweet this, but I agree with it. I stand with the protesters of Hong Kong. I believe in basic human rights. And they help a good cause, being celebrities. If a celebrity were ever to do anything, I hate celebrities. You ever notice how most of them are good looking? It's as if life was handed to them on a silver platter, and now they are expected to be famous actors who make a bunch of money, and they all act insufferable. They're all the same. All of them hate Trump. All of them believe in open borders. But these are people who live in literal castles, who live in gated communities. They believe in open borders, but they don't believe in open borders for their houses. They don't believe in unlocked doors. You see, it would seem that they believe in everything that they don't actually practice. And this is why celebrities are insufferable. But before we look more into this story, a word from our sponsor, unsilencedvoice.com. This is a fantastic website. It is unlike Reddit. So here's how the website works. You pick which communities you want to subscribe to. And once you do so, you will get content from those communities. And best of all, this website is made to support free speech. Making an account is super easy. It's super easy to sign up. Be sure to join up. I'll leave a link to the website down below in the description at the tippy top, unsilencedvoice.com. So here, this person on 4chan, this Anon, has put an example. Here we see Chris Evans. I stand with the protesters of Hong Kong in their fight for democracy and liberty. Hashtag stand with HK, hashtag free HK, and hashtag Hong Kong. Now, this is not a real tweet. I believe that you can edit almost anything on the internet with inspect element, but it's not actually real. But like I said, it's a brilliant move of 4D chess. Either Chris Evans comes out in support of the protesters after this is being plastered on the internet, or he proves that he's a dirty, disgusting hypocrite. I actually do not like Chris Evans in particular. He's very anti-Trump, very un-American, and he puts Captain America as a character to shame. It'll be interesting to see what he does. So here, an effing leaf says, props to Captain America. Stop treating this like a game for your entertainment. People are dying. This is to help Hong Kong. This is out of support for human rights. This is a rallying call for all celebrities, regardless of political affiliation, to actually do something good for once, instead of shit-talking the president all day, supporting basic human rights. They claim they believe in democracy. They claim they believe in freedom. But Hacker 4chan is forcing them to choose between their vanity and their non-existent values. So here Anon says, I kept getting Chris with Rich Evans mixed up. AIDS. Anon says, it's not our fight. Anon replies, it most certainly is. Here, Anon, a little rascal, says, pick all the Jewish actors first. Now, I personally think that the people who should be shamed, it has nothing to do with religion. I think it should have to do with politics. If they support open borders and they say #resist and they're SJWs and they don't support the president, they should be called out. Here, Anon replies, this is actually pretty clever. Bump. So I'm noticing a lot of shilling in this thread. People saying, oh no, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't stand up for basic human rights and decency. I believe these people are shills. They're either communists or just bad actors who do not want freedom. It's really messed up to be against freedom. Oh, so here's a good comment. Anon says, if Hollywood supports HK protests, then you already know which side is more evil. So Anon posts this picture, Americans will always fight for liberty. And it has a picture of 1778 and 1943. Now, while I don't think this is always true, it is certainly important to remember. As an American, you ought to fight for freedom. And if you don't, well, in my mind, you aren't an American. I really hate the idea that people shouldn't do good things with trolling just because of some principle or whatever. It's so stupid. Principles are stupid. They always have been. Because your enemies don't play by their own rules. You're the only one who's going to lose here. If you want to win, you need to win. Winners don't have principles. It's sad but true. Oh, here's a good one. Bria Larson. I am committed to the social, political, and economic liberation of Hong Kong. Because you know that talentless hack is never going to show support for Hong Kong. This is perfect. So here's a shill, and this is what he says. Remember when those people were rioting in Ferguson? Now imagine a bunch of foreign countries were going on the record encouraging their behavior. To the Chinese, this is the exact same thing. We have no business encouraging open rebellion in a foreign country. However, this is the reply. Yes, but we can use them to fuck with Hollywood profits and all those virtue signaling actors. Like, holy shit, I got hard from just imagining the resulting shitstorm, especially if we somehow manage to galvanize everyone into choosing sides with no option to stand aside. He also replies, that's another way to bait them, by letting them think that by supporting protesters, they are somehow owning Trump. Anon replies, letting them think that by supporting protesters they are somehow owning Trump. Smart MF right here. And actually is a fantastic idea. Paint this as, since Trump to them is the character of all that is evil, paint this as a dig at Trump. Standing with Hong Kong is a dig at Trump because Trump is some evil dictator madman. This is absolute nonsense, but they believe it. So here Anon says, in response to a shill saying, don't do this, you're all being played. Blah, blah, blah. Shilling for China. If the full-time shills are here, it means this is probably going to work. Full speed ahead, men. And that is true. You can always tell how good an idea is by the amount of shills that show up. This is a golden rule. It never ceases to amaze me how good 4chan is at calling out bullshit. Well, that's pretty much the story. I think it goes without saying that this is a brilliant move by hacker 4chan. And I'm sure may cause quite the shitstorm. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about hacker 4chan and his latest exploit? Do you think this operation will work? Will Hollywood stand with HK? Be sure to let me know. As always, you can support the content that I produce, because according to YouTube, it's forbidden. That's why they took monetization away from my channel. I now make zero revenue from videos, zero ads, I have nothing. So if you want to support the content that I make, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. Doing so will get you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. All the links are down below in the description. Just remember, you can hook up your Discord account to Patreon, to Subscribestar, and then you'll get an automatic invite from Discord to join Fight Club. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.